the far left, we have a gentleman named Dave Fontana. He's the mandolin player, and he's from Astor, Florida. Is that right? Volusia County. Okay. And then
Thank you.
Coming on down the stage, we'll have Mike Godwin, and he's on guitar and banjo from Largo. He's a musician you've all heard
Thank you.
from the St. Pete area. And then we have, of course, Whitey. And then we have Walter Godwin on stand-up bass. Let's put our hands together for Whitey Markle and the Swamprooters.
Got 'em in the sand in my Duval County shoes. Everybody's coming here and staying here too, if you know what I mean about these East Florida blues. First it was the Timaquah and the Creek and Seminoles, and along come the Spaniards and took their bloody toll. Then this place got crackerfied with changing history, and along come the boom that brought the tourist industry. I've been working on these East Florida blues, got 'em in the sand in my Dixie County shoes. Everybody's coming here and staying here too, if you know what I mean about these East Florida blues. Well, if you're gonna come here, you've got to know the terms. We ain't all that stupid and we ain't eat up with worms. If everything was rosy in your northern factory, I'd say Pennsylvania is where you ought to be. I've been working on these East Florida blues, got 'em in the sand in my Monroe County shoes. Everybody's coming here and staying here too, if you know what I mean about these East Florida blues. They say when you're in Rome, you ought to do as the Romans. The same goes here in Florida for every man and woman. If you don't like our thinking or our backward country songs, I'd say up in Michigan is right where you belong. I've been working on these East Florida blues, got 'em in the sand in my Union County shoes. Everybody's coming here and staying here too, if you know what I mean about these East Florida blues. If you know what I mean about these East Florida blues. Got 'em bad, yes. Thank you so much. All right, we're always proud to be here at the Will McLean Festival. It's really special for us. And I always want to thank Margaret Longhill for thinking about us and inviting us here and giving us such a good spot in the festival. She's a sweetie pie. Let's hear it for Margaret. This is the Will McLean Festival. We knew him. So here Here's a Will McLean song for you. There's a wild hog in Gulf Hammock. I don't wish on any man. My blood knows his hurtful touches, darks of brown and yellow sand. It was on a lonesome evening, pretty near the setting sun. Wasn't taken, I got careless, didn't even tote a gun. There he stood, his red eyes burning, slobber run down his jaw. Never seen a sight so fearful, chilled me to my very maw. Times at night I get to thinking, and those shivers coat my spine. I walks out into that moonlight, that old hog still on my mind. There's a wild hog in Gulf Hammock. I don't wish on any man. My blood knows his hurtful touches, darks of brown and yellow sand. Darks of brown and yellow sand. Wow. Here's a Whitey Markle song for you. Monroe in the Key of A. Monroe made whiskey for the people, in defiance of the government he stood. Grew up with the sheriff of the county. The chances of his downfall wasn't good. He'd lay there in the woods and watch that groundhog, but he could hear it moan and feel it shake the ground. Monroe double ran that pretty moonshine. No one knew where Monroe could be found. 9 long years in the penitentiary for the whiskey that the people love so well. Monroe swore he'd live to roam the woods again and quench the thirst that haunts a prison cell. They sent old Monroe up to Rayford without a drink to soothe his angry mind. There he sat those 9 long years, dreamed about the woods he left behind. They let him out of prison last December. By summertime, old Monroe passed away. He was running 20 barrels of that Lake County corn, drank the whiskey on his dying days. 9 long years in the penitentiary for the whiskey that the people love so well. Monroe swore he'd live to roam the woods again and quench the thirst that haunts a prison cell. Monroe swore he'd live to roam the woods again and quench the thirst that haunts a prison cell. Whiskey. Thank you very much. That's fun for a bluegrass band to play one like that. It's pretty darn bluegrass. All right, here's one I wrote about against, you know, my being a hippie. I was always protesting stuff. So this one is in protest of organized dancing. Got to have something, right? So, if you don't do it just right, they kick you out. That's what happened to me over and over. But this one's called a cracker stomp. You can't do it wrong. There ain't no right way to do it. I'm just another old cracker boy born down in the swamp. My little song gonna bring you joy. It's called the cracker stomp. Late at night when the moon comes out, I want to ramble and romp. My feet start to jumping up and down, and it comes out the cracker stomp. Hey, hey, the cracker stomp. From down in the swamp, my feet start jumping, and it comes out the cracker stomp. Hey, hey, the cracker stomp. From down the swamp, my feet start jumping, and it comes out the cracker stomp. There's one thing you see about my little song: it has no rhythm or rhyme. You might do it short, you can't do it long, 'cause you do it different every time. The same thing applies to them muddy old feet when they start to dancing along. There ain't no right way to do my song, you sure can't do it wrong. Hey, hey, the cracker stomp. From down the swamp, my feet start jumping, and it comes out the cracker stomp. I said my feet start jumping, it comes out the cracker stomp. My feet start jumping, and it comes out the cracker stomp. Well, that's what it's all about. That's why we're here, right?
The classic cracker show tune.
Cracker show tune. Yeah. Here's one you may remember, and if you don't, I'll teach it to you. Following the folk tradition. Oh, your girl asked you over to meet Mama and Papa. She tells them she thinks you're nice. There's trouble ahead, you wish you were dead, so follow this friendly advice. Don't pet the dog. Don't pet him whatever you do. He ain't been fixed, and he knows some tricks that'll sure make a fool out of you. Don't pet the dog. He gets it confused with romance. Leave him alone, or the next thing you know, he'll be taking your leg to the dance. The truth. Oh, you push him away, you say he's okay, What's his name? Does he sit up and beg? You try to be cool, but you feel like a fool with a dog that's attached to your leg. All right, sing along with me. Don't pet the dog. Don't pet the dog. Don't pet him whatever you do. Don't pet him whatever you do. He ain't been fixed. He ain't been fixed. He knows some tricks. He knows some tricks. Sure make a fool. Sure make a fool out of you. Don't pet the dog. Don't pet the dog. He gets it confused. He gets it confused with romance. Leave him alone. Leave him alone, or the next thing you know. All right, folks, this is your only and last opportunity to commemorate this song together, because we probably won't all be gathered together here again together, if you think about it. And there are video cameras, so help me with this. The last phrase, to help me sing it, you'll be taking your leg to the dance. He'll be taking your leg to the dance. Thank you so much. That's a good one, isn't it?
Football blues. What's in the cup? What's in the cup? Tea. Could I please have it? You can have a swallow of that there tea. Compliments of the backstage staff. Thank you, Don. Turbo tea. You can have it now.
Gainesville is, it's Gainesville like any other town. But they got a bunch of yuppies. And they all, well, a bunch of them. Doesn't matter what you do. If you give them money, they give you a football ticket. You know how that works. But if you're the garbage man, no, you ain't going to get up in them skyboxes. So that's what this story's all about. This guy works all week and buys his $20 football ticket, and he realizes the rules have changed. It's called Proletarian Football Blues. I worked hard every day, thought I'd paid my dues. Worked hard every day, thought I paid my dues. Till I went out to that stadium, got these football blues. I took me some whiskey and I stuck it down in my shoe. I took me some whiskey and I stuck it down in my shoe. When I got out to that stadium, I noticed everything was new. Okay, Swamprooters. Well, I got me a cold drink and a big old orange hat. I got me a cold drink and a big old gator hat. When I got out to that stadium where those bourgeois people sat, they were drinking them cocktails, enjoying that big AC up in them boxes. Drinking them cocktails, enjoying that big AC. When I looked up in them boxes, they were looking down on me. out that whiskey and I poured it in my coat. I took out that whiskey and I poured it in my coat. 'Cause that ball game was a joke. Well, along come a police with a big old stick in his hand. Along come a police with a big old stick in his hand. Well, they grabbed me by the collar and escorted me right out of those stands. No money back. I worked hard every day, thought I'd paid my dues. I worked hard every day, thought I'd paid my dues. Till I went out to that stadium and got the football blues. Till I went out to that stadium, got these football blues. Throw the ball. Proletarian football blues.
We got one song left.
Somebody else is going to do this. They told me sometime, but anyway, we got to do this. Was in the late 20s, there came a great flood. Drowned at 4,000, their graves was the mud. Was nothing could withstand that great tidal wave, and the voice of the vanished still cries from the grave. Lord, hold back the waters of Lake Okeechobee, for Lake Okeechobee's blue waters are cold. When the wild winds are blowing across Okeechobee, they're calling and seeking for other poor souls. Lake Okeechobee, blue waters are cold. The Seminoles left there with haste and with speed. Their wise words of warning were given no heed. When the waters receded, great God, what a sight! Men, women, and children turned black as the night. Lord, hold back the waters of Lake Okeechobee, for Lake Okeechobee's blue waters are cold. When the wild winds are blowing across Okeechobee, they're calling and seeking for other poor souls. Lake Okeechobee's blue waters are cold. Lake Okeechobee is calm and serene. The land all around it is fertile and green. People get fearful when the wild winds do moan. They look at the earth down and think of their home. Lord, hold back the waters of Lake Okeechobee, for Lake Okeechobee's blue waters are cold. When the wild winds are blowing across Okeechobee, they're calling and seeking for other poor souls. Lake Okeechokee's blue waters are cold. God bless you, Will. Thank you very much.
Whitey Markle and the Swamprooters. Great job. I never get tired of hearing that song, you know what? And it has such special meaning for me. I got a chance to sing it this morning.